Growing up on the north side of Stockton was no joke. Gang banging, slanging, and dumping on fools was a way of life. You had to handle your business or you got your wig split. Looking back now at how far I've come, I feel truly blessed to have a loving family and real friends in my life. I'm C-lim, aka Cuzlo Inc., and this is my story. Well, the incident that resulted in me going to jail, I basically was living in South Sacramento, kind of around Mac Road, and I used to be out there busting knocks, and busting knocks just basically means selling crack cocaine. And I was actually on probation at the time, and I had stopped being in contact with my probation. And so, once you stop being in contact with probation, that's when they start actively looking for you, especially when you got a record like me or you're a gangbanger or whatever, or you're known to be doing stuff. And, they have people out there like, I know Herc probably remember Maurice Cooper and people like that they specialize in busting people out on sack. That's all they look for is some gang members to try to hem up and get. So anyway, I'm just at the house. I'm actually in the apartments. I'm trying to remember the name of the apartments. And I hear a big old knock on the door, so I start walking towards the door. And then I hear, "Well, Derek Nesbitt, come out. It's Sacramento PD," or however they say it, probation department or something. And then I peeked through the door real quick, and I just seen hella cops on the other side. And then I try to run to the back. I had my 380 pistol in my pocket, and I think I had like some dope on me, and it was all sacked up, plastic little baggies for keep them in my mouth, because I used to keep them in my mouth and shit in case I had to spit them, or I even done got hemmed up by the police with crack in my mouth and talked to them and everything. They even checked my mouth one time, and I had shit all up underneath my tongue and in my back, like my teeth and shit. And so I ran to the back balcony, because I was gonna jump over. I had a gun on me, I had dope on me, and I was, on the run. And I looked down, and I just seen a bunch of police down there looking up, So I guess they had me surrounded. So then they actually get the door kicked in, and then, come in with their guns drawn. I do this, drop down to the ground, and they all over me. They pull the gun out of my back pocket. And then they didn't have the dope. I had stashed the dope, but then they say they start hitting. They know I got dope. They've been watching me, surveilling me, seeing me selling some crackheads and shit. They all. It's hot out there. I don't even know what the hell I was doing. I just young and give a fuck. I was trying to have some money, and so they were looking for dope. That's the main thing they were looking for. So they went and talked to the lady who owned the apartment, who I was staying with. I think her name was Sophia or something. And they're talking to my lady too, because I have my girlfriend at the time, and just harassing people, like asking them, where's the dope at? My lady wasn't saying nothing, but they went in and took Sophia in the bathroom, and was threatening her about her kids and stuff, because she had a couple kids, saying like they were gonna take them, and she was in the bathroom crying and shit. So she wound up telling them where the dope was at. They wound up finding that. Then they put the dope on me and my girl, because we still wasn't saying it was ours or whatever. So so that was my experience the last time, and so they took me down, and my girl at the time got a case. I got a case. They wound up giving my girl drug diversion. I wound up having to do time, because I already had other cases, and I was just being bad as fuck for no fucking reason. I don't even know why I was doing half the shit I was doing. I do know why I was doing half the shit I was doing. It's just because, man, I was out there cripping, and every crip, every blood. If you with it, you're trying to be super crip or super blood. You trying to not give a fuck. You're trying to have hella money. That's what cripping was about. Having a whole lot of money, nice car with some slap in it, maybe some D's and Vogues or some switches on it, having some long curly hair, having fresh clothes, having all the guns, having people respect you, having a hierarchy of gang members, and you want to be the toughest, or you want to be the one who's known to clap people up. You know, you want to build your reputation, and you want to have a group of people following you, or you want to be in a group of following people so other people won't mess with you, so because they know you're in a gang. You know, and that's pretty much what gangbang was about. You know, it was about an organization of people who didn't really have family, or their family didn't have no structure to it, but you came together as a gang, and it was like your second family, and you protect each other. Well, you kind of protect each other because there was a lot of slap boxing and jumping people in and shit, so I don't know what kind of protection that is, but a lot of slap boxing, jumping people in, getting kicked off the set, people get jumped out, you know. Gang life is just crazy life, man. But, you know, somehow, some way, you find some type of stuff to relate to with gang life when you don't have nothing really. And you know, it's not like I didn't have nothing, but I kind of grew up without my dad, and then I grew up with my mom. But my mom, you know, she was doing bad, you know, on welfare and stuff, you know. So it was times when I lived in Sacramento, sometimes I had to be the one. When I lived in Stockton, at the early age of 13, 14, I had to be the one putting bread on the plate. Otherwise, you know, we didn't have nothing to eat. You know, government cheese run out, fucking noodles, rice, salami, fried salami. That's kind of stuff that we used to be growing up off of eating and stuff. Fried salami sandwiches, macaroni and cheese. You know, we didn't have just like basic regular good meals. Like, probably had 4 good meals a month. So got out there, got jumped in the gang, Northside Gangster, and then started selling dope and started having money in my pocket. And my mom, she knew that I was selling dope too. And the time when I first came to her and tried to give her some money, she knew how I got it, but she gave me that look, kind of like that sad, like, I know what you're doing, but I'm not gonna say nothing because I need this money, son, look. And it kind of broke my heart, but at the same time, and I was supposed to be in the house too. Tom's supposed to be in the house, and I just gave her money like a man just left out the house. And she already knows I was out being bad, but hey, I was bringing the money. Yeah, I knew it was time to make a life change when last time I got out of jail, because, you know, I just going on the same path. You know, homies was getting killed, and I was just beefing with other rappers, and my girl was breaking up with my girl. My girl left me and stuff, and she moved, and like things weren't good. I wasn't in a good place, and I just seen myself doing the same bullshit that I've been doing again. And so I decided to move, you know, closer towards, you know, LA, Hollywood area, you know, Southern California, and pursue my career on a more positive note, you know, because where I stay, it's hard to pursue shit when there's just all this bad, negative shit drawing you down, bringing you back into bad life, you know. So that's probably when I decided I need a change, because I was like, I'm a smart guy. I'm real smart, you know. Like, I'm smart. I take chances, but I'm smart. I know, and I'm not saying that there's other people that's not still in the hood that ain't smart. There's a lot of smart motherfuckers that's still in the hood, still around all the homies, still doing all the bad shit. But, you know, it's only a matter of time before you get caught up or some bad shit happens to you or somebody else. So, you know, and I don't let my pride run me. I used to let my pride run me. I don't got to prove how hard I am or how tough I am. People can say, oh, this and that. You're a sellout because you're not in the hood every day and shit, or you ain't from the hood because you're not around here or all that. But at the same time, I feel like I'm a trendsetter. I feel like I'm like a C-Bo or Brotha Lynch or Snoop Dogg or someone like that, because I actually put my hood on the map. You know, I'm one of the few rappers from my hood, and when I do interviews like this, I talk about Northside Gangster. I talk about 44 G's. You know what I'm saying? And not too many homies from the hood that gets the platform that I get. You know, I done been on the news, you know, like the real news, talking about the hood and how we need to change it and make it better. So I don't have no ego about nothing, like or no pride. I don't care what people say. People know I'm with the shits, but I'm also smart. I got family, I got kids. I'm doing shit that a lot of motherfuckers want to be doing, but they afraid to take that step. You gotta take that step, man. One of the biggest challenges I faced was, trying to find a correct path to go on, because, all I really knew was selling drugs and, doing bad things. And then, now I had to report to a PO, so that was kind of hard, because right when you get out of jail, like I had lost my car, so I would have to get to, the probation place or whatever to actually speak with these people. So I had to catch on the bus, and then when you're in Sacramento, Stockton area, it's not easy just to get on transit and go places, because you might run into somebody you got problems with if you're like really a gangbanger like I was. So that goes back to me possibly getting in more trouble, because now I have to bring a gun with me when I'm going somewhere because I'm a gangbanger. So the hardest thing was like getting around and trying to live a regular life when you're already caught up in being who you are, and people know who you are. So I think that's one of the hardest things, just trying to be a regular person when you already got, you're already labeled, people know you as something, or they see you as something, or even if you try to say you're not something or you're changing, people are still gonna, hold things against you that you've done in the past. What I would tell a young person that's caught up in the system and thinking there's no way out, there's no hope, or, this is the way life is gonna be, I'm just gonna be a ride or die, I don't even wanna live no more because life is all messed up. For one, I'm just gonna tell you, you have to think positive all the time, like even when negative stuff is happening, because if you're thinking negative, then negative things will happen. Like that's what life is about. And I think a lot of young kids don't realize life is pretty much based off of energy. If you got positive, good energy, positive things are gonna come to you. If you have negative, bad attitude, then negative, bad things are gonna come to you. And you might think those negative, bad things are cool, or might make you look cool or tough. It doesn't make you look cool or tough. Like, to me, cool or tough is being out, being successful, having family, having friends, that's being cool and tough, because it's tough to stay out of trouble, like especially when you're known to get in trouble. Like if you're a known gangbanger, you done did a lot of bad stuff in your life, to stay away from that but know what you're capable of, that's being tough. So I would say, like, just check into some things. You got a lot of time when you're locked up or when you get out. Check into some programs. There's things you can do. Like if you're not too far gone, you could probably join the military, the army. Actually, my son, who's actually 18, he just joined the military, and he was going down the wrong path. So, and then once you go talk to one of these recruiters, if you don't got your GED or something, they'll help you get your GED so that you can get into the military. So whether it's the Army, the Marines, whatever, like if you got goals and ambitions, or you think you can't afford to go to college ever, even though you had a dream to do something, maybe you can join the military and they can help you get through college, and you can be what you want to be. And I know some people might be like, oh, well, I don't want to go in the military, I might as well be in a gang if I'm in the military. Well, there's other things. There's always something else, like even with myself. Like there's been times where I had to work when I didn't want to, or when I was trying to get on the right path. Like, they had these places that you go to, and these day labor places. You just go there the day to work, and you be there like 8 o'clock in the morning. You get paid that day. Go do some day labor and things. Go sit down in front of Home Depot, wait for somebody to pick you up and take you to work for a day and make some money, or go post an ad on Craigslist of what trade or what you're capable of. You can mow lawns. You can do a lot of stuff, that's underneath the table to make money if that's what you're worried about. So I just say, like, you got to just think positive, and you got to just focus on you, and you got to be realistic. Like there's all these kids out here not being realistic. I think they want Bugattis and Lamborghinis and houses and all this crazy stuff, but then I ask them, how you suppose you're going to get this if you're going down the wrong path? It's not going to just fall into your lap. And then they're sitting up getting all frustrated because they don't know how they're going to get this stuff. Well, you're not about to go rob a bank. It's not going to magically happen for you. People who get these type of things, they work hard. They go to school, or they're successful being an entertainer or something. And, you have to work towards that, because even entertainers, basketball players, athletes, they all worked hard. They didn't just sit up and just say, "Oh, this is what I wanna be," and it just fell into their lap. So I just say, be realistic, be positive, and ask for help. Swallow your pride a little bit. Ask for help. Even if I can help you, DM me or hit fresh out, and if there's something I could do or guide you in the right direction, just hit me up and I can give you some info on some ideas of what you can do if you feel like you're stuck in a tight spot and you don't know what to do. Last time I was in jail, I decided I had to leave Northern Cali, get out the area, because I was doing nothing but gang banging and getting in trouble. I had already released a couple albums, but when I had released those albums, I had beefs. I was fighting with rappers in the shootouts. It was just ridiculous stuff going on. And I kind of knew that if I stayed out in Sacramento, either I was gonna catch a murder case, or I was gonna be in jail for life or something, or probably get smacked myself. So I just decided to move, and work on my career. So I got out of the Northern Cali area and started doing stuff in Hollywood. I started doing extra jobs on shows like The Forgotten with Christian Slater, dance flick movie with the Wayne with Damon Wayans Jr. I did a whole bunch of extra work on. I did a Brand Jordan commercial. I was just trying to get into film and get my face seen. Shortly after that, I was being successful. People started seeing me back home in a couple commercials and stuff. And then I linked back up with my homie Brotha Lynch Hung. And I wound up becoming his manager. But he had also asked me to go on tour. He was just about to sign with Strange Music Records. So he asked me to go on tour with him. And so I agreed to go on tour. So I went on tour with him and Tech Nine. It was about a 32 city tour. We was gone for a little over a month. And when I went on tour with them, it was in our plan to wear custom masks, just wear some masks so we can look sick, because we were doing horrorcore rap and we just wanted to look tight. So every night I was wearing masks and I was filming and I putting stuff on YouTube. And then people were coming to the next shows, and the shows were sold out. These are big shows because of Brotha Lynch and Tech Nine, So it's a big experience for me. But people were coming and they're like, "Oh, I seen you on YouTube. I seen that one mask. That mask is so clean." And so halfway through the tour, I had this guy named David Orozco come to a show. And when he came to the show, he was wearing a mask, right? Because he seen that us wearing masks. And on his mask, he had some designs on his mask. It was a hockey mask with designs on it. And he came to get an autograph from me. I was like, "Hey man, that's tight. Like, where'd you get that done?" He said, "Oh, one of my friends did it." I was like, "Man, I need to get your number and take a picture of that. I want to get one made for myself." And so I got his number, took a picture of him, let him sign the autograph and all that. And then so I posted it online the next day. And then someone hit me, or a bunch of people hit me asking about the mask. And the guy hit me and said, "Hey, I want to buy that mask." I was like, "This is not my mask. It's just a guy I'm about to have doing the mask for me. But I can ask him if he wants to sell it." And so I didn't ask him. So he hit me again. And then I finally asked him. And then he's like, I called the dude. I was like, "Hey, this is C-lim." I called David. I said, "Hey, this is C-lim, man. Remember that mask you had? Yeah. I wanted to get one, but I also want to tell you that somebody wants to buy that mask from you that we signed." And he was like, "I'm not selling that. I got your signature, Brotha Lynch, Tech Nine, everybody's signature. I couldn't sell that." And I was like, "Sure?" And he's like, "Man, if I sold it, it has to be for a lot of money." And I was like for how much? Like $200, $300, $400. He's like, "Yeah," kind of chuckled it off, right? So I went back and I told the guy, he said he doesn't want to sell. If he did sell, it'd probably be like $400. And he's like, "Okay, $400. I got that. How can I send the money?" And I said, "Well, PayPal me." He PayPal me the money. And then I was like, "Damn, you know what I'm saying? $400 for a little hockey mask with some design and drawings on it." And so I hit the dude back and said, "Hey, I sold that mask. I need to get the mask from you. $400. He's like, "You sold for $400? I was like, "Yeah." So he's like, "So you get two, I get two. Is that cool?" I was like, he said, "Can we meet up?" And so I met up with him, got the mask, gave him his part of the money, and we stayed in contact, had him do some other masks, and then he wound up becoming my business partner. And I started selling masks. That's how I got into the mask business. Everybody used to make fun of me on the tour because I always had a mask on the bus. you know, backstage. No one ever really seen my face. So it got to the point when I was on tour, people like I had girls coming on the bus asking me to see my face, and I was charging them, you know, yeah, $20, you see my face, you know, show them face real quick. You know, it came to like that it was getting that, you know, kind of serious with the mask, and that big that people was just trying to figure out who I was and see my face and everything. So people were making fun of me. They're not making fun of me no more because now I sell these masks, and I've been selling thousands of masks since about 2010 or 11. It's 2016 right now. So now I got my company, Cuzlo Inc. And we sell all types of different masks. We sell latex masks. This is actually a latex mold that one of my fabricators named Nelson Cooper did. He's also a tattoo artist, and he built sets and stuff. So this is actually a mold on my face. I told him to make a mold on my face and do something kind of like horror, something that I can use when I'm at shows and rap. So he make the mouth cut out, make the face ripped up. He put hockey holes in it because he knows I'm a big, you know, hockey mask fan or whatever. Well, I actually told him to do that. You know, I got the stitches and everything. So this is called the Rip Skin mask. This is my alter ego. My alter ego is Rip Skin. You see my name right there, C-lim. It says Rip Skin. I got Tech 9 signature on it, Brotha Lynch hung signature on it. You know, so we started doing these latex masks, and then I formed a company called Rip Skin Products. If you look back here, there's some more of our masks that we did for some of my business partners, some of my clients. And all these masks are available at my website, www.cuzloinc.com. Yeah, so the process takes about a couple weeks. You get molds of people's faces, or just take pictures of them, and then you know, he does the designs and then casts everything and gets it ready. And these masks are kind of expensive, but if you want real good movie quality stuff, and we're pretty much people you need to come see. I mean, this ain't no Halloween store shit. This is like real deal custom stuff, you know. So this is called the Goon Mask. This is called Mob of the Dead. It's my boy DeLuca. That's his face. But it's if he was a mobster and he was shot up or whatever. And this is my boy Thick Man. Just a hockey mask. We also make the half mask. This is the full face mask. We make the half face mask of them too. This is my boy Elijah, but we call this mask Eli, the Joker mask. And then we got like Brotha Lynch hung. You know, I did Brotha Lynch hung latex mask. This is the rib gut mask. This is the half face version, but we also got the full face version. Yeah, and all these can be purchased at my website, or if you catch me on the road with a booth somewhere. Yeah, so I got Rip Skin Products, something I'm really proud of. I did masks for Tech 9. He actually wore his Rip Skin mask in his Cypher video. Look for it on YouTube. I actually signed Twisted Insane to Rip Skin Products. So I got his likeness and did a mask of him. I don't have it right here, but I got a Twisted Insane mask too. And I'm looking for other celebrities, and whether they're athletes, models, you know, actors, rappers, singers. If you want to get a custom mask made of your face, latex, and if you want to go into business with me and we can sell them, just hit me up. Go to my website. I got all the contact info there, and get at me and we can make something happen. So I did Rip Skin Products, and then, you know, Cuzlo Inc. We started out painted masks. This is a painted mask. This is actually my own personal mask that I wear. So this mask, of course, ain't for sale. But this is a painted mask. These masks, we doing painted, airbrushed, you know, markers. And I actually have artists. I have artists, fabricators. One named Richard Mascaro, who actually painted the Eminem Shady XV mask. If you go to a record store, try to pick up his album. It's called Shady XV. It has a hockey mask on the cover that we did for Interscope for Shady Records. Richard Mascaro, he's actually one of the employees with my company. He won a award from my company for doing that mask too. So yeah, but that's one version of the mask, but This mask right here is gonna go to Mac 10 when we catch up with them sometime. But this is a different version. This is not painted. This is actually a printed mask. So we print the mask too, wrap them. I can't show you the technique, but so what my company started doing, we started getting a lot of masks to celebrities. I don't know. I'm just kind of like, I've been kind of connected with celebrities easily. I'm a good networker. Like when I'm out there on the road, or I'm doing stuff like in Hollywood or in Vegas, I go to events and I see other celebrities, and I actually go up to them and I say, hey, I'm C-lim, this is what I'm trying to do. And I've been so good at that from doing it when I was doing my C-lim rapping days. I just started doing it with the mask. So now if I know a celebrity is gonna be someplace, I go up to them, have the mask already made for them, be like, hey, check this out. You like this mask? And most of them like it. And they're like, oh man, how can I do business with you and get your number? And a lot of people that want to be successful, they don't want to talk to celebrities or risk a chance of getting turned down. But it's kind of like with sales or any type of telemarketing. You're gonna get turned down sometimes, but you gotta learn how to swallow your pride and how to not just work off ego, because a closed mouth don't get fed. So yeah, I might go up to like 10 celebrities and 3 of them might ignore me or brush me off, and the other 7 might be like, hell yeah, what's up? So now it's to the point to where a lot of celebrities know me. So if I come through, even if they haven't worked with them, they done heard some work I did, or they're like, oh, you're that guy that does the mask. So it's getting easier. So I tell anybody who wants to be a rapper, who wants to be, who got a clothing line, who, even if you're a mechanic, whatever type of work you do, you can't be quiet, and you can't be too proud to talk to people. You got to network yourself, because that's going to be your bread and butter. You gotta tell people, this is what I do, and can't be afraid. Stop being afraid. Don't be a little pussy, man. Like, don't be afraid of rejection. It's one thing you can't do. And while we're looking at these masks, I want you guys to check out this golf beef. This is for my homeboy, Big Percy, from Pomona. He's with RMM, he's one of Snoop Dogg's business partners. And, he has a celebrity golf event, which actually is coming up next month. So, you really should get that on there, because this is, connection to Dog Pound, to Pomona, Snoop Dogg, to Red Grant, the comedian. This guy right here, very big guy. And yeah, I started getting to I do earbuds, earphones. We got pink, we got red, we got blue, so that's one thing I told myself, because people started knowing me for, thinking I'm just a rapper, or thinking, oh, you just do masks. No, I don't just do masks. I do a lot of stuff. I do shirts, I do hats, I do hoodies, I do earbuds, I do a lot of different things. And I feel like if you're a real entrepreneur, or if you're in the business, you can't just do one thing. Like, say you're saying, hey, I want to start a shirt business to have shirts. Well, you got to be doing other businesses too, and you got to have other stuff you can branch off to, because you might have one business that you think is good. Like, even with my rap, when I was doing rap, I made a little bit of money, but I never made as much money as I have made on rap that I've made with masks. And if I have never gotten into the mask business, then, I would have still been in rap struggling and stuff. But it's kind of like synergy. Like, you do one thing, and that one thing helps your other thing. And same with acting. Like, my acting helped my rapping, my mask helped my rapping, rapping helped my mask, rapping helped my acting. And you just all combine them, and each little thing, it's like a ladder. It just helps you up, because you got little things you can juggle around and bounce off, and then it makes it easier for you to do things when you're associated with so much stuff. I mean, if you can work that hard, or if you're that determined like I was, and not just that, I drop artists too. This guy, Sunny Boy, right here, I presented this record. I also got Ghost. I signed an artist named Ghost out of Ohio. I actually met him on tour with Tech Nine. He actually freestyled for me, and then he was so tight. I used to always see him on YouTube, but a couple years later, I hit him up and I signed him. And I flew him out here, and I put him on tour with Brotha Lynch Hung. I did a Brotha Lynch Hung tour a couple years back called the Sody Tour, Sick of the Industry Tour, and I put my artists on there. So yeah, so I do a lot of things, man. I manage, I book tours, I do the masks, I do the the clothing, I do the rapping, I do the acting. Like I feel like I'm a real entrepreneur, and I might not, like I'm successful. I might not be where I want to be because Lord knows I want to be, bigger and have way more, money and way more resources. But it's a slow grind. You got to be patient, and you got to have people in your corner that are patient and they understand your vision. Like my woman, Desiree, she understands my vision. She's been there with me. She's seen me go from having nothing to having something. She's helped me go from having nothing to having something. So you got to have a strong woman in your corner, and you got to have homies that are real and homies that are about their business and they're not just hanging around you to leech off of you and you smoke up all your weed or drink up all your drink or eat up all your food or play up all your game, borrow all your shit. You got to have people that's contributing, equal contribute, or and not just that. I think people need to check out things like The Secret of for one, there's a book called The Secret. You need to check out that. And there's also another guy, a book called Think and Grow Rich. And I think that helped me a lot. I read a book called Think and Grow Rich. And I'm not even a reader. I don't like to read. But I read, and a few chapters into it, in the book it tells you don't even have to read this whole book to figure out what we're saying for you to be successful. And I started applying what they said, and my life just started changing almost instantly. So like, if you read a book like Think and Grow Rich and you actually follow the steps and start changing the way you think and start seeing the world different instead of in a negative way, you can achieve a lot. You can be great, but you gotta take that step, open up the book, and you gotta believe. And that's what I did, and that's what a lot of people need to do if they want to know how to be successful. But so I did the CDs, I do the earbuds, I do shirts. I got another company. See, and that's the thing, I got more than one company. This company right here, this is a shirt, a female shirt, okay, with rhinestones in it, gold rhinestones. It's called Gerd Clothing. It's actually called Gerd because I'm planning on doing a whole lot of different stuff with Gerd. But this is a Gerd Clothing shirt. This is another Gerd. And all my stuff is, you gotta look professional. Like this shirt is clean, it's fresh, it's pressed good, it has the sizes on it, it's shrunk wrapped in the plastic, it has the hang tag, and then when we ship them, they come in little custom mailers, so my actual mailers have a design on them too, and your presentation means a lot. People want to feel like if they're going to spend a lot of money on or spend some on a shirt or something, that they want to get something nice from you. They don't want to just get something in a plastic envelope that's just folded up all crazy and wrinkled and stuff. They want to get something that makes them feel like, oh man, my money is good. Like I want to save the packaging. I'm not even going to take this shirt out of the package. I'm going to hang it up. And so and I sell everything. Like I sell posters. Okay, I'll sell a poster for $10, right? $15 sign. I did that all day long on tour and made all types of side money, and I do that right now. Go get 500,000 posters made for what, $100 or something. Okay, now you do the math. If I'm paying 25 cents, 50 cents a poster, but I'm turning around selling for $10, then I'm not just doubling or quadrupling my money. What am I doing with my money? Okay, so think about that. Like, and that's another thing. Like I even tell my kids, like if you're gonna sell something, you don't want to, like, everybody knows the person that comes up is the person that moves weight, not the person getting double up and doubling their money and shit. Like you don't want to go buy something for $20 and sell for 40, because all the work and effort you put in that other $20 is gone. You want to make 60 or 80 or more, if you buy something for $20. And that's how people need to think, and successful people think that way. They try to get stuff in bulk for as cheap as possible and sell for as high as they can, to the point where people are like, you're crazy, I ain't paying that much for that shit. But it comes to a point, you get your name big enough and you're connected with enough people that motherfuckers will pay, whatever just to have it because your name is on it. Just like Kanye West. That's why Kanye West, people think he's crazy selling his shoes for $700-800 damn dollars. But he's Kanye West. And he knows people are gonna talk shit about it, but they're still gonna go buy them because he's Kanye West. Like, and he has that same way of thinking. Like, I know a lot of people hate because he's rich and he's a fucking arrogant piece of shit, but he has that way of thinking, and when you get that way of thinking and you're actually offering something that has your name or your brand to it, and you're being consistent with it, people will pay whatever you want them to pay. So, so since I've been out, I've been on a marketing campaign. I've been building businesses. I have GERD clothing. I have Cuzlo Inc. I got Rip Skin products, and I also have been using Synergy. If you don't know what Synergy is, just Google it. I mess with a lot of other companies. Like, you see this hat that I'm wearing? It's called 5150 brand. My dude Robert runs it. He's actually out of the Oxnard area too. And you know, Robert and his company, his brand does good. They have their own website you can check out, 5150 brand. So what we do, we kind of cross promote. He got his connections, I got my connections. I hook him up with my connections, he hooks me up with his connections. Same thing I'm gonna do with Fresh Out. Fresh Out hooks me up with their connections, I'm gonna hook them up with my connections. And see, a lot of people don't want to hook you up with their connections because they feel like they're gonna lose something if they give you their connect. So they try to hold on to their connections. And I don't like to fuck with people like that, you know, because for one, they don't get that successful. Or if they do get successful, they kind of plateau because they're being greedy like that. But you notice that the people that come together and they you know, give back and forth to each other, then they get more successful. And so I mess with companies like that, you know, 5150 brand, RMM, my dude right here, I was telling you, RMM, you know, I do masks for him, you know, he does stuff for me in exchange, you know. So like if you can exchange stuff with another company, that's what you should always do. And another thing you guys gotta learn too about business, or if you get into business, is that you're gonna give away a lot of free shit. And your girl's not gonna like it, you know, your family's probably not gonna like it because they're gonna be like, what the hell are you doing? Because you're not gonna get an instant return on it. Your return might be 6 months, a year, 2, even 3, 4 years later, you know? So like, I done gave away tons of free masks. I done gave away tons of shirts. I done gave away tons of posters. Like, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss, you know? You gotta eat the cost. So if you ever wanna be a boss, know there's gonna be times when you eat the cost. And even the biggest companies eat the cost. It could be Target, it could be Walmart, okay? They know they're gonna get theft every year, you know? Not saying they're giving out shit, they know they're gonna get robbed though. So they have insurance and a special thing set aside for that. But they know that it's gonna come back to them, and they know it's coming to them up front because so many people are going to shop with them. So if you wanna be a boss, you gotta eat the cost and you gotta give people free stuff, especially if they're important. Okay, you don't gotta always keep giving them free stuff, but you wanna lure them. It's kind of like bait. You give them some free, boom, you say, look at this, I appreciate your work and your effort, check this stuff out, you know? And just like with me, I'm about to give Fresh Out, I'm about to do masks for Fresh Out, you know what I'm saying? Because I appreciate, you know, you guys coming out interviewing me and shining some light on me, so I'm gonna give you guys a mask, you know, and we're gonna do more business. You know, I'm gonna try to connect you guys with some other people that you might wanna be connected with and do interviews with, you know, and the time will come one day where Big Herc might just hit me up and say, hey, Lim, check this out, we doing this. You know, it might be real beneficial for me. So you guys gotta think like that. Sometimes you got to give away some stuff that you got sitting around. Because what you're doing, if you just got some merchandise and you're sitting there on it and you're not giving it away, or you're not trying to network with nobody, you're just waiting for it to sell and you got your little website, but you're not promoting and you're getting all frustrated and people are talking mess about your business. Why do you think people are talking mess about you and your business? Because you're not doing nothing. You got, just like artists that press up a CD and they don't want to go hand nothing out. They just want to go post a little dumb flyer or put some flyers up and think their CD's going to sell in stores. Well, that's not the way life works. You got to get your butt out there and you got to go do some hand-to-hand combat. That's what we used to call it. Sell out the trunk, hand-to-hand combat. Go talk to people. Go network. When you know there's going to be the Billboard Awards, go to the Billboard Awards. Go buy you a ticket. You know there's going to be the BET Awards, go to BET Awards. Buy a ticket. Get in there. Hand out some CDs. Shake some hands. You can walk up to these celebrities and be like, hey, look, this is my company. Will you check this out? Celebrities love taking free shit. They're like, oh yeah, I'll take that. Hell yeah, that's a shirt. Oh, that's a hat. Yeah, what's your name, partner? Like, this is game giving. I should be charging y'all for that, but y'all also know that you already know this, but you just need to hear somebody tell you. I'm telling you now. What's good? This is C-lim, and you watching Fresh Out, Life After the Penitentiary, and you GERD. GERD.